Hello, welcome back to another episode of Exploratech. In this episode, we're actually going to be working on an advanced mechanism thing. We will be working on the fact that we can make 5 times the ores, or the ingots rather, from a single piece of ore. There's only, I think, 6 different ores that it currently supports. If we look for the word shard, we should be able to see them all. I can handle iron, gold, osmium, copper, tin, silver, and lead. Okay, so 7 ores apparently. That obviously doesn't cover all of the ores, but you know what? 5 iron ingots, 5 gold ingots, etc. per ore instead of the 2 that we're getting from the Tinker's Contract Smeltery out there. Sounds a lot better than getting nothing from them. However, in order to do such a thing, we do need to go through a lot of steel. Because what was the... oh, apparently I closed calculator here. Let me go ahead and quickly type this out to calculate how many blocks of these we need. The solar evaporation blocks. We need a total of 215 of them. I have already placed down quite a few in a building that you can see in the minimap, right up there. That is where my design is going to go. Okay, but we need to make more of these before we head back over there and do anything else. For these, we need 8 copper ingots, which is a good thing because we have so many copper ingots, and this is why I have all those buckets on me. We need to make dynamic tanks in order to make them, and those require steel ingots, as well as a bucket. Apparently I don't have enough steel ingots on me. There we go. Let's try that again, shall we? Dynamic tanks, we can make some, and then we can make some of these. Okay, so we got a little bit over a stack now. I actually have no idea how many I've made already. I do know that this is to be 18 blocks in height in total. That is the maximum size that you can make of this selenation structure from mechanism. And it's a 4x4 multi-block structure. You can make it a minimum of 3 blocks high and up to 18 for the maximum. I'm not sure if there is honestly a purpose for going up 18 blocks, but I am choosing to. Let's see though, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and finally 18. So this is how high up we were going to be going with this building. So it's actually going to be over. This building is going to look pretty awesome, I am hoping. I am building a lot of this stuff in this area for functional purposes rather... Whoops. Don't know how that got turned on. Rather than any other kind of design decision. So do keep that in mind. While this may not look the best to you, it's not exactly meant to look the best at all to begin with. But it's meant to look good enough. Good enough is always good enough for me, if you ask me. Okay. So we're going to leave these corners up on the very top of the structure empty. There would also be one here as well, but I need the access to get up and down for the moment. Let's see, though, we can work on filling the rest of this in. The desalination chamber will allow us to make a product called brine that we are going to need for some of the processes that we will be setting up. let me actually go ahead and open up schematic here and hit show. These red bedrock blocks, by the way, are not bedrock blocks, but rather they are pipes. You can see all the machines here to some extent. But this is, I gotta be careful here because there's a few holes and I'll end up down below. But this process here, this is where the water is, where the bedrock will be going into this here, the tank itself. Water goes in there. Then down over here is where we get the brine out. This will be producing salt, or more or less salt. It's sodium, and it'll also be producing chlorine from a electrolytic separator. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. From there, it goes over to another machine, and blah blah blah. We'll get into a bit more detail as we actually get these machines up and running. Kind of see it up there, though, by the way, of what it's supposed to look like. Do keep in mind, though, the tower is actually higher up than where you see it here. The reason for this is I actually originally intended on putting this on the upper level here, starting it on this level here, so this would have been the base that we had just seen. But I decided to change it so it's actually a few blocks further down. That's why it's further down in that view. But let's go ahead and we have quite a few more of those blocks to make. We do actually have the evaporation controller, and I accidentally made more than one. If you are looking at the blocks in NEI, do be careful about that. They look identical, unless you type out the name. They look identical, simply because apparently the controller face actually does not show until you place it and then update that block via block update event. And I think a multi-block check also updates it. Fairly certain of it anyway. So I ended up making 7 of those before. I'm like, wait a minute, that seems wrong. So I thought I was going to get more than one per crafting operation, and turns out I get more than one for these. So. But yeah, that is what's going on with that. I have a lot more steel to make and a lot more of the salination, not salination, the solar evaporation blocks to make. I also need to make a couple of these valves, which are a bit more involved. These dynamic valves are 4 dynamic tanks and a basic control circuit, which we could actually, you know what, no, let's actually make those 2 valves that we need right now. This, by the way, is an elite smelting factory. You can do 7 smelting operations at once. It's pretty awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so we need more of those. We need to make 2 sets of those, and then we need some steel casing, which we don't have enough steel for. It's a bit unfortunate. Okay, steal all the things. By the way, a lot of these machines that we're working on for the ore processing building do make sounds. Actually, I think all of them make sounds and have some sort of animation to them. So it should be interesting to hear it all going when everything is up and running at once. I don't have a power system set up for it, though. I'm thinking about tying it into this one, but I'm going to have to figure out how to run this line over there without being all weird about it. But let's see, we need 2 steel casings, and do we have some iron copper? We do have some copper ingots on us, but it's not enough. Let's head on up then. Let's go and check our diamond chestables and materials. I originally had nearly 5 stacks of copper blocks here. I have already gone through 2 of them, working on getting all these blocks together for the ore processing plant. So I'm essentially going from tier 1 processing, which would give me 2x ores. I'm doing this through Tinker's Construct instead of Mechanism. But I'm going from tier 1 to essentially tier 4. Let's see, it's tier 1 to tier 2, 3, tier 3, 4, tier 4, 5. Yeah, tier 4. I'm essentially going to endgame immediately with Mechanism, and that's not exactly the smartest thing in the world to do, I suppose, but it should work just fine for what I intend on doing. Since we have a digital miner from Mechanism itself, along with speed upgrades and energy upgrades in it, the ores aren't too difficult to get. This pack, while it's meant to be difficult, it's meant to be difficult for the purposes of exploration, and the exploration does reward you in getting more ingots and whatnot faster, but it is by no means the best way to do such things. Okay, so we put the controller here. You can see there's actually no face on it. If we were to update it, it would show up a face. But we are actually going to step down from here now. Carefully. We'll have to have a pillar ourselves back up there because we still have some blocks to place, but until we get to that point, I would like to see how many more of these blocks we actually need. By the way, what do you think of this color for the evaporation blocks? I understand why it's this color, because of the amount of copper that we used, but I don't know, it just seems a bit weird. And of course it's raining. Of course it rains. I'm trying to record here, guys. For game. Okay, but we have one. Let's see. Let's actually go ahead and show this again. We have one valve here, and one valve right there where I'm looking. Alright, so that gives us a few extra blocks to place up here. Good. So it looks like we need maybe another. Oh, let me quickly figure out, and I'll be back with you once this thing has been set up in all of the blocks. Okay, so this is what this structure looks like thus far. You can actually see at the very top there that controller actually now has a face to it. We can actually go ahead and zoom in on it because thanks to the traveler's goggles. Yeah, you can actually see it has a face onto it now, but this is how tall that structure is, and let's take a brief look on how tall it looks from outside. Unfortunately, you can't put the controller anywhere else in the structure. I've tried. It does not. It does not accept that as a valid location anywhere else. So it's gonna have to stay there. It looks fine to me. It's a bit of an interesting look on the block. But now we will need to actually make a few advanced solar generators. These advanced solar generators I actually have never made before, so they will be new to me, but maybe you guys have seen them before. I have actually made these here, the advanced solar panels from Galacticraft, but the advanced solar generator from Mechanism Generators I've never made before. So let's see, it looks like we need 4 solar generators, which requires solar panels, which requires what? An enriched alloy, which is iron in the redstone thing here. Okay. Looks like we are actually going to need quite a bit of that, along with quite a bit more iron. We also need osmium dust, so let's go ahead and get some of that being made up. Let's see, is there anything else here that we need? Energy tablets. We need energy tablets, which are made from more enriched alloys, redstone, and gold. Right. Well, I unfortunately don't have the redstone and gold on me, so let's head on up here and grab some redstone, gold. Running a bit low on iron at this point, by the way. It may not seem like it, considering I still have a stack of blocks, or a stack of blocks in there. So 7 for... I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know what I thought I was going to say, or what I said. Whatever. So, who knows if we are going to have enough, and that looks like it ran out of redstone. Let's go ahead and have this compress up some more, or enrich some more, I should say. But already, energy tablets we cannot make, because we don't have the redstone. See. Alright. Looks like we are able to do that. Good. This will make one of the energy tablets, and we need we need 4 per advanced solar generator, and we need 4 advanced solar generators, so we're going to need 16 of these alone, which do not stack, unfortunately. And I am running out of inventory space fairly quickly. Alright, let's see. Let's get rid of that for the moment, and that, and drop that. Go ahead and drop those. Let's try to clean up some of our inventory space here by consolidating these copper ingots to blocks, shall we? Okay, we should be good to go now with a bit of inventory space, I'm hoping. It looks like we freed up 1 slot. That is better than nothing, I suppose. Let's grab what we can out of there then. Let's go ahead and throw down the gold and the redstone. The solar panel pieces itself require glass, redstone, osmium, and the enriched alloy. Okay. We need glass panels, redstone either side, and the enriched alloy. We need 3 of these per one, and we need 16 of those in total, so we are going to need 48 of these solar panels in total. So I was trying to get out there. And we have made 21. That is nowhere near enough. I should go ahead and leave that there. We can go ahead and put this into there and grab those 2 sets of glass panes. Okay, so we are needing more of... Oh, we need more redstone in this machine to get us more of the enriched alloys. Okay, good to go. What did I say? 48? 48 of them? Alright. Do we actually have enough glass panes in there? We should. Might not have enough osmium on us to make everything that we need, but hopefully it's not a problem. But there we go, we have made those 48. Okay, we have that, and this requires another iron ingot there. Then the solar panels. Alright, the enriched alloys, we are needing more of them. How many more specifically? 10 on each side, so 20 in total. Good. And while that is doing its thing, I'm going to have more compressed iron, compressed redstone being made up. Simply because we are going to need it. And that crusher made 32, it did. Good. I put in exactly enough of the osmium to make the dust that we would need. Unfortunately, these energy tablets, again, don't stack, and apparently neither do the solar generators. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay, that means we are going to have to do this a bit of a pain way to do all the things that we need to do the things. This, by the way, is part of the reason why I have two crafting stations down here, but I am not making use of it that well. Let's see. Where did the enriched alloys go? Did I not throw some down? Threw some down, did I not? Didn't we? I thought we did. Huh. I swear we did, but maybe we didn't. Oh, I think I know what where they went. Those energy tablets. I think we had used up the rest of them. Yeah, because we still need more enriched alloys at this point, because our solar panel count is not matching our enriched alloy count here. That's probably where they went off to. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and throw that stuff on the ground, though, for the moment. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 of those. Get those in. And there we go. Our first out of 4 advanced solar generators. I'm going to make the rest of them off camera. Just because it's kind of tedious to do, especially with a full inventory. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, got the last 2 made that we will need, and yes, I am building up on this via osmium blocks. It'll work. I'm not worried about it. Alright, but there's 1 of the 4 advanced solar generators. These advanced solar generators, by the way, are actually the things that power these, or the salination, or the solar evaporation multi-block structure. Which is an interesting thing, and if you guys just saw that, the redstone particle effects, did I get stuck inside the block? I can't believe I got stuck inside the block. That would indicate that the structure is complete, so we can actually take a look at this. It's already heating up, but since there's no water in it, it's not providing any brine. We can actually see that there's another recipe here as well for this machine. There's only 2 of them at this time, where you can put in brine and actually get liquid lithium. We probably won't mess with that anytime soon. Maybe not until maybe mechanism updates again later on, but we'll see. We'll hold off on it for now. We might check it out at some point in the future, just because we can. And apparently there's a hole there. Okay, so that is what that structure looks like once it has been completed. It's definitely a unique multi-block structure in that I have never seen anything like that, especially with the top like that. So it's very, very unique. It's going to be interesting to work with and everything. Oh, you know what? I should have checked when I was up there. I should have checked to see if. Yeah, okay. It says 18 for height. Good, good. Wanted to make sure I didn't miscount or something. Again, I don't know what the benefit is of having it at the maximum height compared to just having it 3 high, which is the minimum. But I decided to go out just because I can. Just because I can. There's really no other reason for it. But I'm going to have to call it an episode here. Next episode we'll have to work on some of the machines, because we got quite a few to make and set up, along with figuring out maybe the power system and whatnot. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, remember to leave a like. I hope the salination station plant thing piqued your interest, and some of the crafting castles of full inventory can be avoided by you in the future. Inventory is still full to no end, but so be it. Not much I can do about that. But I will probably be getting some materials prepped together for the next episode. But take it easy, guys.